Hi there, Dr. Rajeev Iyer here from IMG Secrets, coming with the experience of guiding hundreds of international medical graduates like you. And now we have guided IMGs from more than 50 countries. With this extensive experience, in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can transition to the USA through the alternate entry path program, bypassing residency, and start practicing in the US. Let's do this together. There are two ways an IMG can become a fully licensed physician in the USA. One is completing residency or coming through the alternate entry path program. Of course, here we are completely focused on the alternate entry path program. Now, this is an option provided by American Board of Medical Specialties that let outstanding IMGs, now that's the keyword, outstanding IMGs, to bypass residency and either enter through a fellowship or directly as an attending physician and become part of the US healthcare system. Now, how is this going to work? An outstanding candidate is someone who has finished their postgraduate training in their home country and ideally have worked for a few years in that particular specialization or ideally a sub-specialization. Now, beyond the clinical work, there are two other things that are important. The one is research. Hang on. If you're still not active in research, that's fine. There are other options I'm going to tell you. Now, for those IMGs who are excelled in research, the programs are looking for how much extensive your involvement in research is. Have you submitted and presented abstracts in conferences? Have you had publications in high quality journals? Now, all this in combination, along with your clinical experience, makes an outstanding candidate. Now, what happens if a candidate has not done any research at all? In that case, the candidate can focus on a completely different area. This is called educational impact. Now, what this means is, now this candidate, in addition to all the clinical work, they've been involved in the education of their specialty. Ideally, not always, ideally, this candidate would have finished a master's in education, or they've been involved in curriculum development of postgraduate trainees, teaching their students in their home country. And this could be medical students, postgraduate students, fellows, and they've been an invited speaker in their home country. If you come from a hospital in your home country that is really well known, nationally or internationally, then you're at an advantage to apply for alternate entry path programs to the hospitals. The next question is, should you be applying for a fellowship or directly as an attending physician? This depends on your country of training and how extensive your background is. I have encouraged some candidates based on their training to apply directly for an attending physician position and some of them to a fellowship. And we've had success applying to both fellowships and attending physician positions for IMGs from a few different countries. You'd send an email to the hospitals along with a strong CV, a cover letter. You do need strong letters of references, your credentials, and then ask them for a position. Now, when we help candidates, we actually leave it pretty open. We let the hospital make the choice whether they want to hire the candidate as a fellow, as an attending physician. If they want to choose the candidate as a fellow, sure. But my preference is always them choosing the candidate as an attending physician, because this actually is going to make your life a lot easier in the long run instead of doing fellowship and then transitioning. But for many people, fellowship might be the only option, and that is completely fine. All right. You apply to the hospital likes you, they call you for an interview. The interview is going to be virtual. For some candidates, can be in person. They talk to you, they like you. Sure, they can offer you a position, which is very exciting. And once this is done, they work on transitioning you into the US, into their hospital. They work with you so you successfully get a visa. If they offer you a position, does the hospital guarantee you a visa? No, they cannot. But they do help with the visa paperwork, using which you can apply the US Embassy for a visa that can help you transition to the USA. If you're a green card holder or you're a US citizen, that is obviously not something you need to worry about. The next step would be the license. The hospital would also work with you so you become successful to obtain a license to practice medicine. Alright, so once you finish the requisite years in the alternate entry path program, which is different for different specialties. For example, in radiology, the expectation is you come in either as a fellow or as an attending physician. In anesthesiology, it's the same. We have seen candidates either come as a clinical fellow or as directly as an attending physician. In internal medicine, it's slightly different. The expectation is you must be an attending before you apply to the American Board of Internal Medicine to seek permission to be board eligible. In the case of orthopedics, the expectation is you must complete quite a few fellowships in order to be eligible to apply to the American Board of Orthopedic Surgery. So every specialty is designed differently, but ultimately the outcome is the same for an IMG, which is going through the alternate entry path program without any residency training, and then become board eligible, and then finally become board certified by the American Board of Medical Specialties. Subsequently, you would be having a full unrestricted license and you would be good to practice in the USA. Making sense how this fantastic thing works? The other question IMGs frequently have is, am I treated differently because I am now certified through the alternate entry path? The answer is no. An example is me. I am certified through the alternate entry path in anesthesiology. I know quite a few candidates who have been successful through the alternate entry path program, and I haven't seen anyone complain that they have been treated differently because they have come through the alternate entry path program. So if you get in, this is a fantastic option and you should be good to go. And once certified, you can practice your specialization anywhere of your choice. All right, now that you know all about the alternate entry path program, I encourage you to check this video out where I've explained how exactly to move forward with the application. Of course, if you want to use our expertise to help you with your application, you can always go to our website, imgsecrets.com, and book an appointment from there with me or one of our experts, and we will be more than happy to guide you and help you with your application. We put all our experience and expertise to help you succeed with your application. Any questions, you can always post in the comments below. Take care, stay safe. I will talk to you soon.